So my name is Deepak. My topic is file handling. So now I am starting my presentation. So basic of a file handling in C. So far the operation use C programming are done on promo terminal, which is not stored anywhere but in a software. Industrial, most the program are written to store the information fetch from program. One such way is store the fetch information in file. Different operation that can be performed on a file are create of a new file. Second, opening an existing file, reading for file. Fourth, writing to the file. Fifth, moving to the specific location in a file. Sixth, closing in a file. We have seen the basic of a file handling in a C program. The text in a bracket denoted the function used performing those operations. So we go for a third slide. Here we have given function in a file operation. File operation declaration. First, f open close bracket to open a file. Declaration file f open constant file name constant mode. F open function is used to open a file performing operations such as reading, return, etc. In a C program, we will declare the file pointer and use fopen closed bracket as below. Fopen function created a new file in a mentioned file name does not exist file fp equal fopen file name mode, where file name is actually find the name which full faith of a file. Mode refer of operation that will perform on a file. Example RWA R plus W plus and A plus. Please refer below the description for this mode of operation. So third is F close bracket to close a file, for closing a file. F close function close the file that is being pointed by a file pointer fp. In a C programming we close a file as below. F close in a bracket fp. So fourth point, f gets close bracket to read a file, for a read a file. Declaration f gets function is used to read file line by line. In C program we use fget function as below. Fget buffer size fp, where buffer to put the data in. Size of the buffer fp is file pointer. Last point, fprint f bracket close to write into a file. Into fprinter bracket file fp constant char format. Fprinter f bracket close function write string into a file. Pointer by fp in C program, where write string into file below. Fprintf fp sum data. Fprintf fp text %d variable name. So here we have seen function in a file operation. We go for a fourth slide. Here we have given file opening mode in a C. R. Search file. If file is opening successfully, F open close bracket. Load it into memory and set a pointer which point to be first character in it. If file cannot be opened, F open close bracket return null. Second point, RB open for reading in binary mode. If the file does not exist, F open bracket close return null. Third point, W scratch file. If the file exists, its content are overwritten. If the file does not exist, a new file is created, return null if unable to open file. Fourth point, WB open for writing in binary mode. If the file exists, its content are overwritten. If the file does not exist, it will create it. Fifth point, A scratch file. If the file is opening successfully, F open close bracket load if into memory and set a pointer that open to the last character in it. If the file does not exist, a new file in a credit return null if unable to open a file. Sixth point, AB open for append in binary mode. Data is added to end of the file. If the file does not exist, it will be created. Okay, seventh point, R plus scratched file. It is open successfully. F open bracket close load it into memory and set a pointer which point to be first character in it. Return null if unable to open the file. Okay, we will see next point, RB plus open for both reading and written in binary mode. If the file does not exist, F open close bracket return null. Next point, W plus search file. If the file exists, its content are overwritten. If the file does not exist, a new file created. Return null if unable to open. Okay, next point, a WB plus open for a both reading and written in binary mode. If the file exists, its content are overwritten. If the file does not exist, it will be created. Next point, A plus search file. If the file is open successfully, F open bracket close load it into memory and set up a pointer which point to be a last character in it. If the file does not exist, a new file created. Return null if unable to open a file. Next point, AB plus open for both reading appending in a binary mode. If the file does not exist, it will be created. Okay, we have seen here file opening mode in C programming. There are this all the types R, RB, W, WB, A, AB, R plus, RB plus, W plus, WB plus, A plus, and last AB plus. So now we will go for a next slide. So here is given as given above. If you want to perform operation on a binary file, then you have to append B at last. For example, instant for W, you have used WB instant. For A plus, you have to use A plus B. For performing operation on a file, a special pointer called file pointer is used, which is declared as file pointer. So the file can be opened as file pointer equal F open bracket file name text comma W bracket close. The second parameter can be changed to contain all the attributes list in the above table. Okay, a reading for a file. The file read operation can be performed using function fscanf or fget. Both the function performing a same operation as the scanf and get, but with the additional parameter the file pointer, so it depends on you if you want to read the file line by line, character by character, and the code snapped for a reading file is file pointer comma file pointer equal f open bracket file name text r bracket close f scan f file pointer string 1 string 2 string 3 and year. So we have seen here reading for a file. Here we will see writing a file. A file write operation can be performed by function fprintf and fputs with similarities to a read operation. The snap for a writing to a file is a file pointer comma file pointer equal f open bracket file name text comma w fprintf file pointer %s %d. We are in 2012 bracket close. We have seen here writing a file, how to writing a file. Now we will go for a 8th slide. Here we have given closing a file, how to closing a file. After every successful file operation, you must always close a file. Okay, for closing a file, you have to use fclose function. The snap for closing a file is given as file printer comma file printer equal file open bracket file name text comma w. Okay, dash dash some file operation dash dash f close file printer. Okay, we have seen here how to close a file. Okay, now we will go for 9th slide. Here we have given one example. We will see that example is program to read for a binary file using fread close bracket hash include studio.h hash include stdlib.h struct 3 number bracket ent n1 comma n2 n3 bracket close and main bracket close again bracket ent and struct 3 numbers file fprint if bracket fprint equal f open c slash program bin comma rb equal null bracket close bracket print f bracket error opening file hash program exit file if the file pointer return null exit bracket close. For n equal 1 n less than 5 comma plus plus n slash program code submitted by Susham Akhuli bracket close bracket open f read bracket and number size of bracket struct 3 number bracket close 1 f print f bracket n1 %d tn2 %d slash tn3 %d number n1 number 2 number 3 and 3 bracket close f close bracket f print return 0 bracket close. So we have seen here example also. I think you like also my presentation. Thank you.